Imagine this. You're digging through an old jar of coins, and there it is, a dusty, dirty little wheat penny that looks completely worthless. Some of the rarest Lincoln Wheat Pennies ever made are hiding in plain sight. These coins may look old and forgotten, but a few of them are absolute treasures that could change your life overnight. So before you spend that old penny or try to clean it off, we're revealing the top 10 most valuable old, dirty wheat pennies worth big money. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and jaw-dropping world of the 1920-era wheat pennies, their history, hidden mint secrets, the wildest known errors, and real-world values that'll leave you speechless. Let's uncover the story behind one of the most overlooked yet potentially millionaire-making coins in U.S. history, the history behind the 1920 wheat penny. The 1920 wheat penny belongs to the legendary Lincoln Wheat Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most beloved coins in U.S. history. By 1920, the United States Mint was recovering from the economic turbulence of World War. The rarest 1920 wheat penny errors, off-center strike error, $5,000 to $10,000 double die obverse, DDO, $15,000 to $35,000. Broad strike error $1,000 to $3,000. Die crack and cut errors $8,000 to $12,000. How to identify and verify 1920 era pennies. Now, if you're wondering, could I have one of these? Here's what to do. Inspect under magnification. Use a jeweler's loupe or coin microscope to look closely at the date, mint mark, and rim details. Check for doubling, cracks, or lamination. Subtle errors often go unnoticed until you zoom in. Weigh your coin. A standard wheat penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, it could be a wrong planchet or broad strike error. Look at the color and luster. Red, RD. Pennies in high mint state bring huge premiums, sometimes 10x more than brown examples. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Professional authentication is key. These top-tier grading services can confirm whether your coin is genuine, and a high grade can multiply its value instantly. The 1936 era wheat penny with certain rare minting errors have sold for life-changing amounts, with collectors paying anywhere from a few hundred to over $1 million for the right one. So, don't look away, because in this video, what makes them so rare, and how one lucky discovery could turn your pocket change into a fortune. The story behind the 1936 wheat penny. The 1936 wheat penny was minted during one of the most fascinating periods in U.S. history, the Great Depression. America was still struggling to recover economically, and millions of people were clinging to hope as Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs tried to bring the country back on its feet. Amid all this turmoil, the United States Mint continued producing Lincoln cents, a small but vital part of everyday life. The rarest and most valuable 1936 era wheat pennies, double die obverse, DDO, $10,000 to $25,000, double die obverse $7,000 to $12,000, off-center strike error, $6,000 to $12,000. Broad strike error, $5,000 to $3,000. How to identify and verify a 1936 era wheat penny. Before you rush to cash in your penny jar, here's how to spot the real winners. Examine under magnification. Use a 10x or higher jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling on 1936, Liberty, or any shadowing or ghost-like outline could be a double die. Check the mint mark. Look for overlapping or offset mint marks, a telltale sign of a repunched mint mark error. Inspect the rim and shape. Off-center or broad strike errors are visible without magnification. If your coin looks misshapen or stretched, it's worth a closer look. Weigh the coin. The standard weight should be 3.11 grams. Anything significantly lighter or heavier may indicate a wrong planchet or metal error. Look at the color. Color grading matters. Brown, BN. Lowest value red brown, RB. Higher red, RD. Top premium, often 10x the value of a brown coin. Authenticate with PCGS or NGC. Always send your coin for professional grading. Even a small error can jump in value when certified by a top-tier grading service. That's right, the 1937 era wheat penny have sold for unbelievable prices, and the most unique examples are estimated to be worth up to $1 million or more if discovered in top condition. So don't blink, because today, we're uncovering the history, rare varieties, and shocking auction prices that could turn your pocket change into a life-changing treasure. The story behind the 1937 wheat penny. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny comes from one of the most interesting periods in U.S. mint history. America was emerging from the Great Depression, unemployment was finally dropping, and the U.S. Mint was working harder than ever to meet public demand for coinage. The classic 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc alloy, featuring the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David, the rarest and most valuable 1937 wheat penny errors, double die obverse, DDO, $15, 000 to $25, 000. Off center strike error, $6, 000 to $10,000. Broad strike error, $3, 000 to $5,000. Double struck error, $20, 000 to $30, 000. How to identify the 1937 error penny. Here's what to do if you think you might have one of these valuable coins. Use a magnifier or microscope. Look carefully at the date, lettering, and mint mark. Doubling, cracks, or overlapping letters are big clues. Weigh the coin. A normal 1937 cent should weigh 3.11 grams. A difference could mean a wrong planchet or broad strike error. Inspect the color and luster. Coins with bright, original red color, RD, are worth many times more than brown ones, BN. Check for alignment issues. Off-center or misaligned strikes can often be spotted by eye. Get it professionally graded. Submit it to PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can multiply your coin's value overnight. The 1944 error wheat penny. This humble copper coin hides some of the most valuable minting mistakes in U.S. coin history, and a few rare examples have shattered records, selling for life-changing sums. So don't blink, stick around to the very end, because I'll reveal which versions of this coin could make you instantly rich. The story behind the 1944 wheat penny. To understand why the 1944 wheat penny is so special, we have to go back to a turbulent time in American history, World War II. It's 1944. The war is raging overseas. The U.S. Mint is under immense pressure to produce billions of coins for a wartime economy, but at the same time, copper is needed for ammunition and equipment. The rarest and most valuable 1944 error pennies, double die obverse DDO, $22, 000 to $25,000. Off center strikes, $2, 000 to $5, 000. Broad strike error, $3, 000 to $5,000. Double struck error, $18, 000 to $20,000. Wrong planchet error, $50, 000 to $70,000. How to identify if you have a rare 1944 penny. So how can you tell if your 1944 penny is valuable? Here's your checklist. Check the material. Use a magnet. If it sticks, it's steel. That's your jackpot. Look for doubling Liberty and the date for doubled letters. Inspect the mint mark. D/S or S/D varieties are valuable. Check for off-center or broad strike errors. Obvious misalignment is a big clue. Weigh it. Normal copper cents weigh 3.11 grams. Steel ones weigh 2.7 grams. Get it graded. Send to PCGS or NGC for authentication. A verified grade multiplies value dramatically. In this video, we're uncovering the most valuable 1945 error wheat penny ever discovered, the wild stories behind them, and how you can tell if the one sitting in your pocket might be worth a fortune. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. The story behind the 1945 wheat penny. The year was 1945, the final year of World War II. America was celebrating victory. Soldiers were returning home, and the U.S. Mint was in overdrive, striking billions of coins to meet post-war demand. Each 1945 penny was made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, using recycled wartime shell casings, literally metal salvage from bullets and artillery shells. The rarest and most valuable 1945 wheat penny errors struck on a steel planchet, $27, 000 to $40, 000. Double die obverse DDO, $10, 000 to $20,000. Off center strike, $4, 000 to $6,000. Broad strike error, $2, 000 to $3, 000. How to identify a rare 1945 error penny. Here's how to check if your 1945 penny might be valuable. Use a magnet. If it sticks, it's steel and possibly worth a fortune. Weigh it. Normal copper cents weigh 3.11 grams. Lighter weights mean wrong planchet. Look closely. Use a magnifier to spot doubling or repunched mint marks. Check alignment. Off-center or broad strike errors are visible by eye. Inspect the color. Original red mint luster boosts value dramatically. Get it graded. Send it to PCGS or NGC. Professional certification can multiply your coin's worth overnight. In this video, we're diving deep into the most valuable 1952 error wheat penny ever found, what makes them so rare, and how you can tell if the one in your pocket could change your life forever. So grab your magnifier, because what you're about to learn could make your next penny find worth a fortune. The history of the 1952 D wheat penny. The year was 1952. The U.S. was thriving after World War II. The baby boom was in full swing, and America was minting millions of coins to keep up with a booming economy at the Denver Mint. Over 746 million wheat pennies were struck that year, all marked with the small letter D below the date. Each coin was made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the two wheat ears on the reverse. The most valuable 1952 D wheat penny heirs, struck on a silver dime planchet, $10, 000 to $30, 000 double die obverse DDO, $20, 000 to $40,000 off center strike, $7, 000 to $8,000 double struck error, $11, 000 to $15,000. How to identify a rare 1952 D error penny. So, how can you tell if your 1952 D wheat penny might be a hidden treasure? Here's what to look for. Check with a magnet. It shouldn't stick. If it does, it might be on the wrong metal. Weigh. A standard copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. Anything lighter or heavier could indicate an off-metal strike. Inspect the date and mint mark. Look closely for doubling or repunching. Look at the edges. Broad strikes and off-centers show a missing or uneven rim. Examine Lincoln's portrait. Check for cracks, die chips, or unusual textures. Use good lighting and magnification. A strong loupe or USB microscope can reveal hidden doubling or die flaws. Get it graded. Send potential finds to PCGS or NGC. Certification can multiply your coin's value instantly. That's right, the legendary 1955 era wheat penny has become one of the most sought-after coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint. So stay tuned, because in this video, we'll uncover the unbelievable story behind this famous coin, how one small mistake created a national sensation, and what your 1955 penny might be worth today. The story behind the 1955 wheat penny. The year was 1955. Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. Rock and roll was sweeping across America, and the U.S. Mint was producing millions of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, the last of the wheat ears design, before the memorial reverse took over a few years later. The Philadelphia Mint. Workers were rushing to meet production quotas, but during one overnight shift, something unusual happened. Other rare 1955 wheat penny errors. Off-center strike, $3, 000 to $5,000 double struck error, $8, 000 to $10,000 broad strike error, $16,000 to $30, 000 clipped planchet error, $45, 000 to $58, 000. How to identify a genuine 1955 wheat penny? Since this coin is so famous, there are a lot of counterfeits out there, so it's crucial to know what to look for. Here are a few quick tips to spot the real deal. Check the doubling. Gets bold, sharp, and perfectly aligned horizontally, not a blur or shadow. Look and Liberty. These areas show the clearest doubling. Inspect the date. All four digits are strongly doubled. N.O. mint mark. True double dies are from Philadelphia. They have no D or S mark. Weight and size should match the standard 3.11 grams. Get it authenticated. If you think you found one, send it to PCGS or NGC immediately for grading and verification. One of the last true wheat pennies ever made, the 1957 D era wheat penny. So grab your magnifying glass, because in this video, we're uncovering the history, the shocking minting mistakes, and the unbelievable values behind. Stay tuned till the end, because one of these coins sold for a price that'll make your jaw-dropping prices. The story behind the 1957 D wheat penny. By 1957, America's beloved Lincoln Wheat Penny had already been in circulation for nearly half a century. First minted in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it became one of the most recognizable and iconic coins in U.S. history. The wheat ears design on the reverse, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, symbolized growth and prosperity. The rarest and most valuable 1957 D heirs pennies, double die obverse DDO, $25, 000 to $50,000 off center strike, $35, 000 to $48, 000 double strike error, $10, 000 to $14,000 struck on wrong planchet, $67, 000 to $75,000. How to identify a genuine 1957 D error penny. Before you rush to sell your penny, make sure you know how to identify the real thing and avoid counterfeits. Here's how. Examine the date and mint mark. The D mint mark should show clear signs of doubling or repunching, not blurry or melted metal. Check for sharp doubling on genuine double dies. Doubling is crisp and horizontal, not smeared or shadowed. Use magnification, a 10x loupe or microscope will reveal the finer details of RPMs or DDOs. Check the weight. It should weigh around 3.11 grams unless it's an off-metal strike. Authenticate with PCGS or NGC. Always send potentially valuable coins for professional grading. It adds trust and can multiply your coin's value overnight.